with all the COVID stuff going on. But
When you say that, like, do you minus off a couple of months? Like, you wanted to like try to celebrate a bit earlier,
do you
or
celebrate 2 years
celebrate a bit
when
later?
when you've like traded in every day of those 2 years? If you get me, when you've traded 365 days, two sets of three.
Okay,
I know, it's a
okay.
weird-
Question.
Yeah.
Did you have to continue to take care of the staff and pay rent?
Yeah.
That's trading,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
right? So trading to me is taking care of business,
Yeah.
and the business is being taken care of. If people don't walk through the door, and it's totally not your fault.
Yeah. Look, it's a funny one actually. We're talking about lockdown's been tough on a lot of people, and there's pros and cons. There's a lot, obviously massive cons, but if you looked for some of the pros out of it and just went for it, you could do all right. And myself and Kieran, we, before all of it went down, before the actual lockdown came, we made sure we communicated really clearly to our staff because everyone was wondering what was going on, and we said to the guys, hey, look, we don't know what's happening, but we've got a little bit of reserve in the bank to make sure that we can look after you, whatever happens. And then if it gets to a stage where we don't know what's going on, then we'll make it as easy for you guys to transition onto,
Something else,
universal
yeah.
social charge, whatever. And then whatever you need after that, you can hit us up and we'll hook you, we'll sort you out.
So
that was finding out there was going to be a furlough.
You managed expectations really well.
Well, yeah, that was pre finding out there was going to be a furlough, making sure everyone was straight, and having to get really logical really quickly and just be like, hey, cool, this is what's coming.
You had to grow up fast.
Yeah, well, my kind of, I think I just embodied my eldest brother for a little bit and went.
You have an older brother.
I'm the youngest of 5.
Is he taller than you?
No.
I was like, what? You have a bigger brother?
Yeah.
No, because you said eldest brother, not bigger brother.
Yeah,
I was like,
I've got my family's great. We all have our. I don't know whether
my little brother's bigger than me.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's okay to say this, but I look at our family. What being the youngest, what made me feel okay in my family. My family all are super achievers. They're brilliant people. They're class. My eldest brother is the head of IT for a big company. My sister.
And how does that differentiate from you?
and
Like,
are
you not an overachiever?
I'm dyslexic, did shit in school, and
School, okay,
I'm
school and
super
life.
passionate.
School
Yeah,
and life.
that's it, yeah.
Okay, do I want to do well in school for the 12, 18, whatever years I'm there? Or do I want to do well in life? Ladies and gentlemen, make a decision. Which one do you want to do well in? Like, I think you're killing life, man. Let's be fair. I got kicked out of 3 schools. Like, I did shit at school. And as much as I wouldn't say that for anyone my age, I'm doing extremely well by the standard of everyone else, which is money.
But
I'm pretty happy, man.
I've taken,
I might not have a ton of money, but I'm pretty happy.
yeah, me too. Me too. I've taken a point through my career of modelling success. If you see something,
your success in modelling. Where were you modelling for? What were you modelling for? John Deere, buy this tractor. Was it John Deere? It had to be John Deere. I can see you in a John Deere ad.
I think am I blushing right now? I think we've got this big stuff.
What modelling success?
No.
I didn't know he was a model. Can I just clarify that I had no idea he was a model until he came on the show.
Yeah.
So I would have found some photos of him in a John Deere ad. Or was it John Deere? It was John Deere, wasn't it?
It was just me in a pair of John Deere boxer shorts.
They did boxer shorts?
Farmers
How long
love
did the
them,
boxer shorts line last?
Wow.
Buy a tractor, free pair of boxer shorts with built-in cushions.
Oh, God.
We took advice from cyclists and we figured the tractors create a lot of vibration on your ball sack. Did you have to model for them this way?
Dude, we're going too far down the wrong line with this.
Right.
Modelling success, I looked at people who were successful and went, you know what?
Oh, you were modelling your success on others?
On others, yeah. And I'll go,
okay.
you know, and it's not about, well, look, there's, definitely, I've definitely seen stuff from some people and gone, I love that, I don't like that, I'm going to do some more of that, I'm going to act like they do, I'm going to do what I do, I'm going to, I'm proud of who I am, I'm going to push on with the person I am. But if you can't learn from others, then you're wasting your time. My eldest brother was a great example of someone who was always very logical, taught me very well, always sat me down for a chat anytime I was having trouble. Yeah, man, he's Spock.
He's Spock.
Yeah, my eldest brother's cool. But my whole family are great, and you can always get a great opinion off all of them. My eldest brother is really logical. My eldest sister is really determined and really fiery, and she'll tell you, she'll call bullshit on shit. Um,
No,
what is that?
not working on YouTube.
Oh. Um,
Diogo's basically the guy that helps me do
oh,
everything.
cool. My middle brother, he loves a system. Systems are. Well, I remember being a kid and packing a sports bag, and I'd have a notepad and paper, and I couldn't read at the time, and he'd go socks, and I'd go check.
He did that?
Yeah. He'd have
How old was
he'd have
he?
a checklist. Yeah.
Why would he be doing it?
He's 5 years older than me, so whatever. I was,
God.
So yeah. So my other sister.
What are we drinking?
Another pint of Guinness, please.
Another pint of Guinness?
Yeah. My other sister, Gail, she's great with people, great with kids, explains things really well, has lots of patience. So I take my cues from her with those things, And then through my career, there's always been people who I've looked at and gone, do you know what? I could be a bit more like him, like Alan Kavanagh. Hustle.
Hustle.
Get shit done.
Alan Kavanagh.
Stop talking about it and do it.
Alan Kavanagh is the Gary V for the Irish bartending scene.
Stop talking about it, do it. Is that how you feel? Okay, cool. But there's other people who would kill to be in your position, so stop talking shit and just do it. Coming over, working for London Cocktail Club. On one side you've got JJ, who's got all the personality in the world and more business acumen than you could understand. He sees things in a second. It's such a maverick. On the other side, you've got Hoppy, who's looking at every little detail, and he is determined to get the best out of people.
They're both so good, aren't they?
They're both so good.
They're such good people.
And when we opened up Homeboy, when we opened up Homeboy, there was like, look, Kieran, I'm going to be the JJ in this situation, but not quite like JJ. I'm going to be me, but that.
I'm going to be the me JJ.
Yeah, because there's only one JJ, and I'm definitely me. And you're going to be more like the Hoppy, whatever. And Kieran was determined to, no, look, I'm going to learn. I'm going to get behind the bar. I'm going to be the fastest bartender. I'm like, no, dude, like, you come from management. And
there's already a fastest bartender.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, and I wouldn't like to challenge Kieran at anything. Full stop. He if he gets in his mind he wants to do something, that's it. He'll get it done. So so there's all that kind of stuff. Putting the bar together. I saw. I'll chat to you about it, but I didn't comment on. I saw a thread going on London Bartending Association, and I couldn't comment on it because I thought, am I giving away too much? I saw talking about what makes the best bars in the world great and why, decor wise. Talk about decor. What's beautiful. And you know what? Like, Satan's Whiskers is the greatest example of how to do those things well. And what makes a great bar great in terms of decor is texture. Right?
Yeah.
So when you talk, lighting's a different style. Lighting's a different thing altogether. Yeah, it comes into decor, but texture is a really good point. And Satan's Whisker has tile, has wood, has anaglypto, has metal, has it all. So Satan's is for me.
How do we cut that light out? Satan's is for you.
Satan's is for me a great example of, if you're going to decorate a bar, what points to
what to focus on,
what notes to hit, what to focus on. Yeah. So and I suppose you take all those points, and then Michelle, who was the MD of LCC, when she looked over my business plan for opening up Homeboy, she said, the first business plan I did, she said, hey, look, it looks great, but on this bar I'd go to it, but I'd go to a bar more if it was more about you or who you are. And I was like, well, this is who I am. I love classic cocktails done well. I love hip hop and R&B. I love this kind of stuff. She's like, yeah, but you're also fucking. I'm not going to point ahead of my point.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
So
I go, Michelle, who am I? So and she goes, you're the big fucking Irish guy. And I was right, put those back underneath the tap right now, Dean. Put them back now.
Wait.
They're not proud of the glass.
Wait.
What I know about Brockla? Yo, we had Brockla and we had a bottle of 17. I think it was 17. It was 17 the duty free. If it was the 17, it's 21. But we had a bottle of Royal Bruckler in our the special case of whiskey. That was our one at my wedding. I don't know. We could have drunk it with ginger ale for all the fuck I remember. But Royal Bruckler's the shit, man. Royal Bruckler's delicious, a real sleeper whiskey. I knew nothing about it until I got there, and it's a beautiful, petite, fucking romantic, beautiful looking distillery. And I like the juice.
Right, so that was Mitch's minute.
Right, Dean. So while you went out for your Mitchell's minute, I made my Guinness proud of the glass. So get yours back underneath the tap. Look, it's not proud of the glass. It needs to be proud of the glass.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, just a little bit. You know, you want that meniscus a little bit more. Go on. I'm gonna be crass now, and anyone who's looking at this who doesn't like what I'm saying, I'm sorry, but the point again should have like a little bit of side boob, because everyone can appreciate side boob. So a bit of, you tilt a little bit.
Check out this side boob.
A bit of side boob. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I've said side boob so much.
When I get 8 cameras.
Cheers.
And less capacity for mistakes.
No, too greedy.
Oh no.
Do you know Dickie Cullymore? Dickie.
Of course I know him.
Yeah. Dickie has a method.
The ruddy legend.
Has a method. He gets it to the E, to the middle of the E, 9 out of 10 times.
Oh, I forgot about the E.
Yeah. He gets it 9 out of 10 times.
Stupid.
He's unreal.
Do you know what I thought was an interesting point that I was going to raise, but I forgot about until you raised the E. Right? I got 1 case of Guinness glasses.
Yeah.
1 case of Guinness glasses. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, for the people at home, and you can see this on the big screen, what's different about these 2 glasses apart from the line that that's mine, right?
Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, that's why it's a game of skill, Dean.
Look, they fuck with the look at the Guinness.
That's why it's a game of skill.
You can't both drink the same amount.
I mean, that's why it's a game of skill.
Mine was the little baby one. Yours was a big bad boy one.
Can I?
So I'm sorry, Aaron, but I mean, how much skill do you need to know? Do you need to look at the front of the Guinness and then be like, how do I know?
Hold on. We're Irish. We're not English. We're not mad.
Yes!
We're not mad about a rule.
It's more of guidelines than actual rules.
Yeah, we're not mad about a rule. It's all about being. It's all about. You know how it was started actually. It was started as a game of honor, right? And I'll tell you the story because I still believe this story, and there's only a few people who can tell me I'm wrong. It's Tiernan O'Moran, or sorry, Tiernan O'Gara. Sorry, Tiernan O'Gara, Will Lynch, Paddy. The lads from the Exchequer, Conor Myers. You're.
So I know. I met them both.
Yeah.
Well, I call him Tiernan.
Yeah, I know.
Tiernan.
You're making it really sound like it's Irish mythology. Tiernan. Tiernan. Yeah, Tiernan. Yeah.
Tiernan.
From Tiernan Og. No.
But it's Siobhan. It's not Siobhan. No. Siobhan.
Yeah.
Right.
Tiernan. So the lads were on a staff party, Christmas party for the Exchequer bar in Dublin, a bar I worked in, and I went on the following year's Christmas party. But the year before I started working there, so I wasn't involved. I wasn't there, but the lads I worked with were there. They told me all about it, and they went to the pub, waiting for the boss to get there to start the staff Christmas party, and the boss said, "Well, when I get there, I'll put my card behind the bar, so just hang on for me." And the boss, Peter Rock, legend, absolute legend, always late. Peter was running late, and the lads were like, "Right, well, I'll get the first point." So, and a game of honour, everyone wanted to pay for the first point. It's a typical Irish thing.
Yeah.
When you're around friends, no, I'll get this. No, I'll get this. No, you're grand. I'll get. You know,
it's an inherent hospitality thing.
It can break out into fisticuffs, you know, with smiles and all that afterwards. But it's that thing of it is that inherent hospitality and putting a drink in people's hand, and the only way they could decide who was going to pay was they said, right, well, whoever can split the E. They get to pay. So They
Which
did
is
it.
a nice out because I mean,
Yeah.
if you couldn't, if you could, but you really couldn't afford to, you got an out,
You know,
right?
make a solid effort, and you can't be judged on it, right? So
Yeah.
so everyone made a solid effort, whatever, and the guy won, and all the rest of the lads went, again, round.
Oh
So by the
no!
time the boss got there, they were already like a good few points in, you know. So but they're the great things about Christmas parties. We had our little Christmas party in Homeboy the week we closed down for lockdown. We said, look, lads, we'll lock down. We're gonna lock down tomorrow. Take the day off after. We need to do a deep clean the day after that. And you know what? Chef's gonna do a deep clean as well. We'll get him. We'll buy a turkey. We'll do a Christmas dinner. We'll do a deep clean. We'll have a
Very
Christmas
cool.
dinner. It was really nice. But we just finished a keg of Guinness, and I said to the boys, we're gonna tap one more keg now, and I don't care how we get through that keg. There's 6 of us, but we're getting through that keg tonight. There's 88 pints in a keg. That's like 14.5 pints a person. I don't
I've
care.
seen someone drink that many in front of me,
Absolutely.
but I mean, it's probably that guy. His name was Lorcan,
Yeah.
and he was bigger than you are. Like, and when I say bigger than you are, I don't mean bigger in energy and life.
Yeah.
I mean physically bigger. Like, he was a huge human being, and he would just down a pint in two sits.
It could definitely be done, but we ended up drinking everything, and so we said to the lads, look, if you need to call a regular, if they're nearby, tell them to come to the door, and we'll give them a point at the door. They can't come in, but they can have a point at the door. So like, you know, people like Stu Hudson lives around the corner.
Come
like,
for a
Stu,
pint.
come up for a point. We'll give you a point. And Ming and the guys, you know, people.
We're
came
not
by.
wasting this cake.
We're not wasting.
Yeah.
You know, and it was kind of like, well, that's one off mine, lads. That's, you know, so we all
Yeah.
got stuck in. So we're just, you know, we just went for it, and yeah, we made a good.
Did
dent.
everyone have a bond that was stronger the next day than the previous day's bond had been?
I think we've got a pretty strong bond in Homeboy as it
It's
is.
such a good.
Yeah.
Like I worked that guest shift in the back room, and
Yeah.
all I wanted to be was in the front room the whole time. I was like, whoa, I feel like I got relegated out to
Pour yourself a pint of Guinness tea and you'd be
go in the
grand.
back.
Yeah.
I was trying not to do anything naughty. I was trying to like I didn't want to like get loose and then start acting like Dean Callan. You know, like, ow, it's fine, I own this place, put the music on, ow! And you'd be like, dude, it's my bar.
Mate,
You know?
you're always welcome.
Well, next time I'll come and
Well,
just sit at the bar and
Well,
drink.
one of the things we were talking about today is doing stuff in the new bar. So, you know,
Tell me about the new bar. I'm
Yeah.
interested to hear about the new bar, and I would assume that anyone watching this, if there is anyone watching this, because we can't... Wait, Julian DeFerrell's watching it! Julian DeFerrell's watching it! We should get a Julian DeFerrell's watching it. Ba, 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 ba! How many comments is he going to make? How many things is he going to question? Julian DeFerrell, ladies and gentlemen, he's watching the show.
Julian, no chat about Tato's versus King.
Oh,
alright?
wait, there's even a bigger rock star. Elliot's watching the show!
Elliot, we were just talking about you today about doing another show and having a house band, and you being being in the house band. So that'd be cool.
It's party time.
Yeah, it's party time.
Right. So where were we? New bar.
New bar, loads of new stuff coming on.
Is it still an Irish bar?
Well, look, I'll tell you everything that's going on for us at the moment. We've kind of got loads going on. I don't think me and Kieran talk about lockdown and all that kind of stuff. Me and Kieran haven't really stopped. We've kind of the first lockdown. We took a second. We changed our perspective a little bit. I see you looking at that Glenda look. Yep. Absolutely. We changed our perspective on a few things a little bit and just went, you know what? Work-life balance. Get yourself straight, and then we'll get back into this. And the two of us took a bit of time, and then we've taken the opportunity during lockdown to build everything a little bit stronger. So during the first lockdown and all the doubt that was going around, we got so many lovely calls from people in the industry checking in on us, making sure we were okay. You know, there was a lot of businesses that were worried whether they're going to be reopening or whatever. So we got a lot of people asking us, "Are you guys going to be okay? Are you going to make it through this?" And look, we were okay. We were previous.
I'm amazed that you've done so well to take care of everything and still get through.
Yeah.
Because you just started.
Yeah. Well, look, we were very myself. And look, I've spent the last 15 years running other people's bars. I'm 20 years in the industry. I've spent the last 15 years running other people's bars. You know, I understand. Cheers. I understand.
You understand.
I understand. Look, you know, you can't spend money you don't have, and people talk about you know, debt's not a bad thing. It's about how you manage debt, whatever. And I think that's bullshit. You know,
People that own
you know,
debt.
the best business lessons I ever got were from my parents. They're both entrepreneurs. My mum owned 2 dry cleaners. My dad owned his own building company. You know, my dad always did right by his staff and all that. I remember him giving out about one of his staff members, and I was like, just sack the guy. And he's like, I can't sack him because I'm sacking him. I'm sacking his family. I'm sacking his kids. He's doing a job for me. He's got a life to live.
It's more than
you
just
know.
him. I need to put everything I
Yeah.
can into not sacking him
Yeah.
until I literally
Yeah.
can't.
And
I
that-
just
And
yeah.
that guy worked for my dad till he retired, and you know, the time that my dad spoke that when I said that, they were going through a rough patch, and people go through rough patches, you know. But he recognised it and circled back and got it all sorted. My mum always said, pay your bills before they need to be paid, because when it comes to the time you need a bit of credit, you can refer back to that and go, hey,
You
look,
used to be able to.
yeah, well, I mean, like,
Companies are scum now.
they are, but I mean, I've taken the leaf out of my mother's book.
You're right.
And
You're
I've
right.
told people that though. But I've told people,
Yeah.
hey, I don't need that credit right now. But when I do,
Yeah.
you'll remember this conversation,
It's
right?
well, it's perfectly poised for the situation we're in now. But you know the Hilton story. You know how Hilton made his money.
No.
Okay, I'll make it as quick as I can,
Okay.
right? Because I fucking love this story. So Hilton was, you know, The Secret, where you put
Yeah.
a picture
Yeah,
of
yeah.
a hotel you want to own on your fridge, and you might own it one day. Hilton worked. He was born into a family that had a hardware store in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
He didn't have much money, but he bought a hotel,
Yeah.
and he wanted to own the Waldorf. He wanted this hotel like the Waldorf Astoria, right?
Kieran used to work in a Waldorf.
Right. So he wanted the Waldorf. From what I understand, this
Yeah.
is just off the top of my head. He bought one hotel. A Great Depression happened. Everyone went bankrupt. But what Hilton did with that
yeah,
hotel
yeah.
was
I do know
Hilton
this, yeah.
actually, instead of just having these grand rooms, he realized that there was a market for traveling salespeople and people that traveled for work. Previously, the only people that traveled and stayed in hotels were really rich people. The Savoy Hotel, the Ritz, the Connaught. They had money, you know. They needed porters and all this
yeah,
other
yeah.
stuff. So he stripped it back, took the massive grand foyer out and all the extra rooms, turned them into smaller rooms, and made it, as we know now, hotel motel.
Yeah.
And when
But he's
the
famous for
recession,
paying his suppliers through.
when the
it,
recession hit,
Yeah.
when he finally ran out of money, he turned to the suppliers. Everyone else had gone bankrupt, and he said to them, if you fund me, if you sell me, give me the stuff I need to keep open, and I stay open, I will become the guy that didn't fold. I'm
Yeah.
the last one.
Yeah.
When I'm the only person that didn't die in the recession, I can buy up all the other hotels
Yeah.
and I can expand.
Yeah.
I'll be the guy.
Yeah.
So by giving me the stock now, by giving me what I need now to stay open, you have my utmost, like you have my loyalty
Yeah.
for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And when I expand, if you invest in me now, when I expand, I'll only buy from you
Yeah.
as I expand. And they did. He convinced them,
What's funny? That's a funny
right?
one. Yeah.
And then he's Hilton.
Yeah.
And guess what he did? Bought the Waldorf. Yeah, dude. It's like, yeah! Go Hilton! And then he had a daughter.
Let's stop right
Or
there. Yeah.
whatever.
But you know, you got all those lovely phone calls during lockdown, and are you guys gonna be okay and all that? And then you know, we were in a good position. We paid our bills. We didn't owe anyone a penny. You know, you know. So we've got a really the best landlord around. We're very lucky. We fought hard for our insurance, which we should be getting soon. But
Yeah, they have to do that.
well, look, a lot of friends in the industry. We talk to them and go, "How are you getting on with your insurance?" And they said, "Oh no, they told us we've got we're not covered." And we said, "Of course they told you that. They told us we're not covered, but we told them to fuck off."
We are.
We said there's at least 3 or 4 things in my insurance policy that should cover me for this. You know, and we I think we ended up getting a non-damage denial, and we were really adamant about it. We backdated the non-damage denial not to the day of lockdown, to the day that Boris told people not to come into bars, and we fought that hard. And then our period for claim was like 3 months, And when the claim came back, the date was like a couple of weeks after that. And we're like, no, we said from this date. And they said, like, relax, lads, it's 3 months either way. Like, you're getting it. It's still 3 months. And we're like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. But you have to fight for it, right?
Well, the thing that kills me is that the industry should be the most. Our job is to socialize.
Yeah.
Our job is to create a situation where people feel comfortable to socialize, and the fact that bars don't talk more. I'm not saying there should be a union, but I mean, if everything you just did was shared more and everyone did it, it would become standard practice. Like people would just know.
Do you know what?
Oh, you know what? Hospitality industry is quite connected. Just don't mess with those guys. It'd become like the GameStop stock thing, you know?
A little bit hard.
Like, let's watch. Let's read a Reddit file that tells us what to do with the insurance people, and the person that figures it out and says, "No, fuck that, chase back."
Yeah.
Look,
well, just to be clear, like,
are other people lazy?
All the owners in the industry are like everyone in kind of our circles, a small independent cocktail bar kind of thing. Everyone's super cool. Like, you call Ali Burgess for anything, he sends you 3 numbers like that, like, and you're kind of like that. Oh my god, this guy is just incredible.
I want to be friends with Ali Burgess more.
Ali Burgess is incredible,
but
you know,
the only times I get to hang out with him is like, wait, no.
The same for everyone, you know. Like JJ and Hoppy, the stuff they've done for me over the years. You know, Richard and Clue, the guys in Cocktail Trading Company. Shit, man, I hit each of them up every couple of months.
The bartenders turned
you know?
owners.
Oh man, they're unbelievable. But there's a Sly, you know.
But to get the whole country on board.
Yeah.
You need an intricate network of people that actually are interested in trying to find out, like, how do we push back more? You know.
Well, actually, something that was on the London Bartenders Association recently, something like,
which I love. I have to say,
yeah.
where's the camera? We love the London Bartenders Association. Drew Mallins is a legend.
Well, actually, do you know what's been great recently? Kieran, my business partner, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna purposefully try and start a conversation, you know, see what the crack is and see, you know, what people have to say. And Kieran is not backwards about being forward, so he doesn't beat around the bush. So he's posted up a couple of statements and he's gone, right, tell me what you think, you know.
What are the statements?
Yeah, so the first is like, what's your thoughts? The
How
first
bad
one
does it get?
was hospitality workforce is unskilled labor, right? That's a statement. Now, that's not his statement, right? And if you read the post, he goes on to explain. But the statement is what was said by the politician, and we've all kicked up a stink about. But it's a conversation worth having, because we can't just, you know.
I'm interested in this a lot.
It's very interesting. But there's something that came out the last couple of days, and I thought, fuck, I wish that had have been up like last week. You know, they're talking about getting hired back to work and all this kind of stuff, apprenticeships and all that. In Ireland, there was an apprenticeship program for bartenders, and the young bartenders would be taught by the older bartenders or whatever. If there was an apprenticeship program in bartending, the government subsidised apprenticeships, they had to go through and go do their government training or whatever through it, then it'd be amazing. And I know there's people like JJ who's spent so much time, money and effort in getting a bartending course.
Yeah.
There's WSET stuff. There's all of it could come together and just be done. You know, there's so many hurdles to getting it done.
So what in my opinion, what you're trying to say is skilled labor. If you ask a mechanic to repair a particular engine, they either can do it or they can't.
Yeah.
Right? So, but they know they can do it or they can't. Mm-hmm. That's the engine. The bolts are a certain size. The components are a certain way. They have to order in the components. They have to figure out how to do it. When you ask a bartender to make a daiquiri, it's fucking kind of a little bit artistic. You know?
I mean,
it's art. It's like, well, I've been told to make it this way. You know, if an engineer was told to build a building, and they said, right, so this is where the building's going to be done. This type of concrete, this, and they were like, I read on YouTube. Fuck the concrete.
We're going to build out rubber. Yeah.
But, okay. And then the building falls down. engineer is skilled labor.
Yeah.
Bartending, it's
Well,
it's the point, and I'm on the side of skilled.
Yeah.
But on the devil's advocate in me has to say, having gone 10 years not working in a bar, and I stood behind a bar again, and the people I worked next to were telling me how Luca Cinali makes a drink. And I'm like, okay, Luca Cinali makes a drink the way Luca Cinali wants to make a drink on a video on YouTube. But this is a different bar.
Yeah.
And you've got a spec. You have to follow the spec. You don't do Luca's spec because that's Luca's spec in a different place.
Yeah.
Like that's like I want you to fix my Ford 150. And then you decide to not fix the Ford 150. You decide to put an engine from a Chevrolet in it because you think that's a better engine, but that's at the expense of the customer.
Not the car they've asked for.
That's not what they want, and it doesn't fit in the car. It doesn't fit in the car at all.
Yeah.
But you're like, we can make it fit because I know this guy. He loves fucking Chevrolet.
So it's an interesting thing. So actually, I don't know if you know.
What are we gonna have?
But I'm gonna have. You know what?
Is there an Irish cocktail
There's
that people should be drinking on St. Patrick's Day?
100%.
Instead of green fucking Guinness or whatever it is.
Well, I saw.
Because I wanted to put pictures of St. Patrick's Day, slutty St. Patrick's Day, on Amazon.
No.
And like how to wear the wrong costume and green beer.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. And I was like, but I'll put it up on. He's like, don't even put the image up.
No, look, we're all about modern Irish hospitality, and what that modern Irish hospitality is that warm welcome you should get in any Irish bar, paired with the skill and knowledge that I've seen Homeboy being nominated as one of the best bars in the world, which...
Definitely one of the best bars.
Thank you.
And you're one of the best Irish bartenders east of...
I'm one of the best Irish bartenders in the fucking world.
I know.
Anyone wants to dispute that, I'll have it.
I know that.
It's not because I'm faster than people, it's because
You've got that
I've got
hospitality.
chat. But one of the... I saw you got a lovely gift from the guys in the Gibson today.
I did. We unboxed that as we were discussing.
And as that,
that's a good call.
As you're unboxing that, I saw you had.
That is a very good call.
An English blackthorn.
I now know what you're saying. Know what you're saying.
So there was an English blackthorn in it, and the blackthorn was a cocktail that was in the Savoy cocktail book. But the blackthorn I know was with Irish whiskey, but I'm very aware of the gin version of it. But so in Homeboy we did a little bit of a twist in the blackthorn. We like to think we improved that recipe a little bit. I know, some balls some balls on the guys open 2 years saying they've improved the Savoy recipe. But what we've done is we called it the blackthorn number 2, and we've done a little twist on it being Irish whiskey, a little bit of port, a little bit of Demerara sugar syrup. A dash of Angostura and a dash of...
I don't have Demerara sugar.
We could do it with that 2-to-1 sugar.
We can make it work.
A dash of Demerara, or a dash of Angostura and a dash of absinthe. Really tasty.
Right.
And you've got Lucas...
So I've got... It's actually Marion's...
Oh, sorry, Marion. Sorry, excuse me.
Wow. He's really gone...
The guys
so
from Gibson
if anyone orders some of the Gibson stuff, they really, I don't know if you can see this, but they really go to town. That's like, they've given us the whole lemon. They've given us extra cups in case someone wants to take away.
He's on in a couple of weeks. You can talk to him when he's in here.
All right. So what are we doing?
Leave that out.
But I don't have the instructions.
Grab yourself a mixing glass. Give me them.
No. Yeah. Shall we share these?
Yeah, they're delicious.
Because we can't. What are we gonna do?
No, absolutely
We're
amazing.
gonna do. Do you want to?
Grab yourself a mixing glass. There's no point having cocktail picks if you're not going to use them, right?
Oh my god, they're delicious. What are these?
So we're going to do for this 40 Jameson 12. We normally, lovely. Actually, do you know what? Those little Nick and Oras would be amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, that little Nick and Ora would be.
I've only got one of these because we've been drinking them.
Well, look.
Oh wait. Yep.
So if I give you the spec, will you remember it? And I'll chat on it, chat a bit of shit.
Well, I hope so.
Right. Well.
What's the spec?
So spec's 40 Jameson. We're going to use Jameson 12. 40 Jameson 12.
I've only Jameson 12.
Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? Go 50 Jameson 12.
You can't change the spec.
I just want more booze in it. Was that such a bad thing?
Okay, all right, go for it.
So 50 Jameson 12, 10 ports.
10 port.
Yeah.
Just general port.
Just LBV, whatever you got. Yeah.
I don't know if I've even
You've
got port.
in that wine fridge.
I probably do.
Yeah,
I probably
you've
do
got
have port. It's probably going to take 15 minutes.
Typical bartender. I wasn't impressed at all by Dean's camera setup. I wanted to get right behind his bar and see where everything was. So I know he's got port back there. I'm full sure he does. Am I right? I could be wrong.
Port I usually drink really quick, so I know it's usually gone.
Well, if you don't have ports, if you have any like Amontillado sherry, we can make the Blackthorn.
I've got tons of sherry.
What you got?
Well, you tell me what sherry you want. You want Amontillado? Yeah, easy.
Or also.
I've got all of the sherry.
I'm gonna do the original Blackthorn, the Irish whiskey Blackthorn from the
All right.
cocktail.
Amontillado.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Right. Cool.
Jameson's 12.
Yeah.
What else?
So, 40 Jameson 12, 10 of the sherry,
Yep.
10 sugar syrup.
Are we still able to see this on this camera? Right.
Yeah.
There we go. 10 sugar syrup.
Yeah.
40, what? 40, 10, 10.
40, 10, 10. A dash of Ango and a dash of absinthe. Simple
Did you say Ango?
Angostura bitters.
Oh.
like-
Versus
Versus
just pouring out of a bottle.
versus
What's
just
gonna
pouring it
win?
in. Well, that's got gin in it, so
Well, it
Or
does.
Jesse's going in
So for the
today.
people at home,
yeah.
this has 1960s Gordon's Slow Gin,
Well,
1950s Booth's Dry Gin, 1950s Amaro 18 Isabella, 1940s Angostura Bitters. I don't know how much this cost,
well,
but that's pretty dope.
that's amazing.
Okay, so and we're gonna stir and strain them both, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna leave the glasses out as they are.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm actually a bit thrown off by this.
Well, look, while you're working away on that, I suppose you're asking me about
Yeah,
what.
and you're the best at like. So what else is going on in your world? Would you, if I imagine this is a show that you would promote your shit on, right? What would you promote if you had to promote something apart from Kieran? I know you love Kieran. You talk about Kieran all the time.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely promote Kieran.
What was the PR company? LX something?
LXPR are amazing. Our PR company.
You were talking about them the whole time.
Literally walked in here earlier on a FaceTime with the LXPR team, which are amazing.
And then he told me over and over again how amazing they were. I was like, that's it. I'm getting a PR company. I didn't know they could be that they could generate that much
They
happiness.
definitely are, and it's one of those things.
Is it a wash?
A little dash, yeah. Yeah, wash and throw it out, I suppose. Yeah, so we've got loads going on. So I suppose, we when lockdown happened and everyone changed what was going on and what we were doing. Jesus, man, one dash.
This is one dash, but like in an alternate universe where I like Angostura bitters loads. Like where it's
Vinegar
like,
on your chips, yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, all right, okay, right. As we're saying, first lockdown happened and we wanted to make sure everything was all straight with our staff first and all of that, and we got lovely calls off people asking, are you guys going to be okay and all that, and we're in a really good position. We've paid all of our bills, we don't owe any suppliers or anything, we've got an amazing landlord, and we were planning to go again. Our idea was to open up 5 Homeboys in 5 years, and that seems kind of lofty Dean.
where did you put it? See? Magnets.
That seems kind of lofty, but I think the idea of modern Irish hospitality is something that, look, from my perspective, it was something for me coming from Ireland and coming to London and seeing the difference in levels of hospitality, the warmth and genuine care you got at home in Ireland, that pride in people's work and genuine wanting to look after you, regardless
They
of
wanted
the
to
want
serve
to
drinks
look
you.
after
like,
you, and
exactly.
and knowing where that comes from, that genuine
Genuine
hospitality,
Yeah.
and that's I could get into it. You know, if anyone has an issue with what I'm saying, it's a really historical thing. I'd get into the
What
history of
was
it and all
that?
that. Your eye's just cracking. You're all good.
No, what was in there?
I don't know what you put in.
Did I half put some things
I
in
think
one
you
thing
might
and
have,
then
yeah.
half put?
Yeah, I don't know. You put the whiskey in there.
Am I crazy?
Yeah, you must put the whiskey in there.
Oh, starting again, starting
I think you're all
again,
good. I think you're all good.
starting again. Like when
so-
you, nerves when you're on live on air with Aaron Wall.
So people, so that modern Irish, I know, and then coming to London and seeing the level of training that's involved in bars in London and the attention to detail when it comes to training in bars in London, and sort of just thinking if there was bar owners in Dublin like some of the passionate bar owners that there is in London, it'd be amazing. Like in London, you've got obviously the guys from LCC, and you've got Sly, and you've got all these people who are Ali Burgess, who are passionate about bartending, and have translated that into being passionate about the business of bartending. And then in Ireland, you've got, there's a new breed coming out, and hopefully that'll happen more and more. You got Dave Mulligan going and doing his thing, which is amazing to see, and people who see the value in investing in training. And that's the one thing I seen over here that I thought was massive. That value in investing in training, investing in people to deliver a better product for their guests. And I always just thought if you marry together that investment in training to the hospitality that you have in Ireland, you'd just be on to a winner. So we thought, like, it's realistic for us to be able to open a couple of bars with the whole concept of modern Irish hospitality. So coming out of the first lockdown, we were in a position where we didn't want to just tell people that we were doing okay. We're going to survive. We're actually, we're going to grow. We're going to do better. We're going to try more. So we went and looked at a load of sites. We put in an offer on a site in Soho. We didn't get it. We thought the site was worth X amount of rent. They thought it was worth a lot more.
It's Soho.
That age-old debate. We didn't get it. Bit of a blessing in disguise for us, but that kind of got us on everyone's radar that we're actually serious about going out and finding another venue. We were asked to meet landlords, like big landlords like Shaftesbury and those guys, which would have been keen to meet. But then got put in front of the guys from Ballymore. Ballymore are an Irish property developer.
It sounds like a water brand.
Well, yeah, Ballymore, Ballygowan, yeah.
Ballygowan.
But, no. Ballymore are a massive property developer, and when they came to us, we kind of felt like, this is a bit too good to be true. And the guys were like, look,
we're not worthy.
Yeah, well, they're like, we know all about you guys. You seem cool. We've worked with an Irish operator before, Robin Gill from Derby's, and we opened up Derby's.
Oh, Derby's is amazing.
Yeah, so we enjoyed working with those guys.
I fucking love Derby's.
So we need to work again with an Irish operator. Your little cap was on there. We're happy to work again with another Irish operator.
He will.
So would you guys be interested in? We kind of thought it was all a bit too good to be true, so we
said no.
No, we didn't say no. We just said we wanted to know more and more and more and more, and to the stage that the guy Gareth that we were working with in Ballymore, he was an amazing guy, was like, look guys, I don't know how to explain this anymore. You think at some stage we're going to fuck you over. We, need to show you that we just want a good operator in here. We think you guys are the right fit. What's it going to take for us to show you that? And we were like, well, we want to meet the head honcho, meet the boss man. And okay, no problem, I'll talk to him.
But that's what developers are now. They know they need to fill their buildings straight away.
Yeah, well, we talked to John Mulryan, really nice guy, and we went into the meeting. So I'd have been having these chats with Gareth, right? And it's been me and Gareth up to this point, and we go into the meeting, and it's the first time Kieran's put in the room. And as I said,
Kieran doesn't play.
Kieran doesn't play. No,
Kieran doesn't
as I
play.
said, I like to think I'm business savvy and all that. Kieran, we talked about it. He knew all the points he wanted to talk about. So when we got in front of the guys, he hammered his points home. And at one stage, the guys looked at me and went, "What is the story with this guy? Like,
Who the fuck
this
is
is
that guy?
This is a good deal for you guys. Like, will you stop?" And I kind of looked at the guys going, "Hey, like, these are all valid points, and we need to know what the story is." And John, fair play to John, turned around and was just straight away like, "Okay, cool. Well, look, you know what? We've told you all about us. You know, maybe we need to come see you guys.
Yeah.
And because you know, I've read all about you, I've seen all about you. Everyone's told me you're great, but I haven't seen it. So I'm gonna come check you guys out before we make any decisions." And we're like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough, no problem. Yeah,
Pretty good call, man.
absolutely.
To be fair.
Yeah, no.
Like, you talk the talk.
Yeah, do
but
you
we're
walk
going
the
to come
walk?
into your bar.
Yeah.
Do you walk the walk?
Absolutely.
Because if I had a bajillion pounds and I was going to invest in a bar, I'd be like, I'm going to come in and drink
Yeah.
for one night.
Which and
all you have to do is deliver every cocktail I order in 4 minutes.
But fair play to him, he did, and he phoned me like and super nice guy. He phoned me like 20 minutes notice and was like, "Hey, I'm in the area. I'm gonna stop by your bar if that's cool."
So we've got our intern trying to open the bottle. It's actually impossible. So our intern gets paid in pints of Guinness, poured by Aaron Wall. Specifically, have to be poured by Dean at the beginning and then finished by Aaron Wall.
Like get every
Good luck, man. That didn't make any sense.
Try that.
So this is the
So
like latest vintage bottled cocktail from. Oh, you can do it. You can do it. You are strong man. Strong man.
How's that
Pull the
working out?
collar.
this bottle does not let me open. So
I want to like do that now, just to see if I can do it. Did he loosen it enough?
absolutely.
Will it
100%
break
listen.
free?
So the guys
So
from
you were talking
Ballymore,
about this guy from Ballymore.
So John from Ballymore was like, "Well, guys, you know, we've had this chat now. Maybe I'll come see you guys." And there you go, bud.
Wow.
And
Oh, look! It goes all the way to the very top of the bottle.
and he gave me like
That's pretty epic.
20 minutes notice and was like, "Hey, I'm coming by with a friend of mine, if that's okay." Slaunch it. That's a tasty beverage.
That's pretty nice.
And
It reminds me specifically of a night in Vintage Cocktail Club in Dublin.
yeah, actually, I totally understand.
It totally does.
There's a bit of an aroma.
It's very vintage cocktail club.
Yeah.
You just need
I
I just need a cigar.
A night in the Vintage Cocktail Club.
Yeah.
That
Well,
that
thanks to you.
You mean that night in the Vintage Cocktail Club?
You know the night.
Um.
You wouldn't. I wouldn't have had that night if it wasn't for you.
Well,
Thank
we
you very
wouldn't have
much.
had that night if it wasn't for Garrett Lamb and his team, so they were amazing.
Yeah.
But
Epic.
yeah. So John rocks into the bar, and myself and Kieran and John and Pat, we sat down and had a couple of drinks, and we talked about what we're all about and who we are, and I got there 5 minutes before John got there. I told the team who's coming in, and they said, "Oh, we'll just leave you guys to it." And I was like, "No. He's not coming in to see us. He's coming in to see you guys. He's coming in to see
What the bar is
what the
actually
bar is
like.
about."
Yeah.
So you guys interject and serve the way you normally serve and have a laugh with
Be
us.
yourselves
Be yourselves, absolutely.
And be honest
100%.
with this guy. Let
Yeah.
him know what it's
Yeah.
about. Like if he tries to play, I'm in charge or whatever, or ask you questions, be like you would with a normal customer,
Yeah,
right?
so it was lots of fun, and we had a great time. And John was super cool. He said when he walked in the door, he said, "I'm only staying for one. I'm gonna go home and put the kids to bed, so I'm only staying for one." Like this is when the 10 p.m. closing
He said
was.
that to you guys.
Yeah, oh man, and
At what time?
7 I think. I don't know.
Who's
I
coming for one?
can't remember what time we got there at. I know what time we left at. It was like I remember the boys handed me the keys when they're walking out the door, going, "Hey, we're leaving now. Is that cool?" I was like, "Yeah." Behind the bar, pouring whiskey. So but don't worry.
Wow.
The bar wasn't open. No one was paying. But we'd
But that's nice to have someone that's gonna like invest in your place that actually is invested.
yeah. And
Because there's one thing about investing monetary, but like to invest in your heart.
yeah. Well, it was really nice. Like, look, you know.
Twist or anything on these? I don't know.
We
Should-
normally put a
should,
little
like-
orange. Normally put a little orange twist on it just because it tastes
I'm
nice.
so-
but,
I'm so
but a little
broken
lemon
because-
coin would be lovely. There's a lemon. You got
The
a lemon
thing,
behind the bar
thing
there.
that kills me is that he sent me all
lemon.
this stuff. Like, there's so much stuff here.
There's a little lemons behind you.
But no, I mean,
We haven't read the little envelope.
we didn't read all the. All right, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Because I have no idea. God, I hope this doesn't come back badly. I'm gonna put the thing on this. Right? Is that what it's meant for?
No idea.
Like, it's pretty badass. Look how cool that is. This porcupine thing. And then, I don't know what's in here. It's a business card. Okay, it's a business card. And then, what is it? Right. Are you ready?
No,
Ready?
no. If you're gonna give me a green napkin, it better be.
Well, okay, I won't. There's some straws in there, but I guess they're not for that drink. All right, I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think the garnish actually is popcorn chicken.
Lovely.
Right, we're gonna have. Is that mine?
That's yours.
All right.
Yeah. So.
Poor Hudson having to hang out outside. Can you walk the little tiny glass out to him so he doesn't feel sad?
Shoot.
All right,
People have around from like a dog bowl.
Sancho.
Sláinte.
Ooh,
That's a tasty beverage.
that's fucking actually pretty amazing. I thought that was really good,
Yeah.
but I mean, I made it, so I always think like, it's nice, but I could improve on that. This is definitely an improvement. Well, I think
keep
it
on
might
going.
because Marion Becker made that. I made that one. It might be that. But they're both they're actually. I think I've overdone the absinthe in this a little bit.
I think so.
Absinthe has stood out too much. If I did it again,
With a little bit of port in there, the best taste note I heard about this is
port. That's what it was.
if you have a little
We
bit
need
of
more depth.
Yeah,
I
because
need more viscosity.
the original recipe it just called for sherry, put a little bit of port in there, it ends up tasting like a boozy blackcurrant fruit pastel.
Well, so
Which is amazing.
can I just do one thing? Because my gut, when you said port, and I couldn't get port, but then you said, what about Amontillado sherry?
I'll put a bit of PX in there.
Yeah. Is that all right?
Nice one. Yeah. Might as well give it a go.
Just to mess with the system. It's probably too much. It's definitely too much. Definitely also
No,
too
it's all
much.
good. All good.
But I do love my PX. So just for the kids at home, if you have to substitute port, maybe go half Amontillado, half PX. Well, or maybe not.
Maybe not.
Nice.
But yeah. So we I've been rambling too much, so I'm gonna cut down to the point. So we're opening a bar in Embassy Gardens, in between Vauxhall and Battersea, at the end of this lockdown. The guys from Ballymore, we've partnered with them to open up this venue. They wanted a good operator in, and we want to be a great neighbourhood hub for that area. We're just beside the new American Embassy, and we're going to be an all-day venue. So we're going to open up at noon every day. We're going to close around midnight. We're still figuring out the times at the moment. We're going to have a bit of a bigger food offering that we have in Homeboy. The size of the venue, it's probably, the venue's a lot bigger. The venue is, we've got an 80-seater terrace outside. There's about 140 seats inside.
80-seater terrace.
Yeah.
Where does the sun hit the terrace? When does the sun hit the terrace?
The sun hits the terrace all over. Like the sun hits the terrace all day on the front of the building and comes down the side. So it's it's amazing, absolutely amazing.
You can do brunches.
We're gonna do brunches, yeah. So the idea is we want to be the kind of place that people come for lunch during the week, a couple of times.
They come for breakfast, and then at dinner time they're like, "Why am I still here?
But I mean, like there.
Can I pay my tab?"
The great thing about London is there's something for everyone. The bad thing about London is there's nothing for everyone. So
There's something for everyone. There's nothing for everyone.
yeah. So there's a steak restaurant that's great at steak. There's a fish restaurant that's great at fish. There's a Spanish place that's great at Spanish. There's whatever. There's like the pubs. I don't think the pub grub over here is up to scratch. I don't think it's just like good, honest.
It's getting better. There's
Yeah,
some places
but
that are good.
It's a bit, sometimes it's trying to be a bit too high end. We want to give good, honest, comfort food, great cocktails, great pint of Guinness, and be able to give people a full experience. So, come a couple times a week during the week for lunch. A couple of pints in the evening, a bit of a dinner snack, or a bit of dinner during the week.
A dinner snack.
Yes, dinner snack. Saturday, Sunday brunch, Sunday roast. At live
But
music.
you've seen derbies, right? So these are
Yeah.
the guys that fund derbies. So we buy derbies in.
Yeah.
So we, like myself and my
Hudson had a
wife,
derby
love
dinner.
derbies. So we buy derbies in and have it delivered from the restaurant to keep the restaurant going. I mean, even if it's one meal, right?
Yeah.
It's going to help.
Yeah.
Because we can't afford to do it every day.
Absolutely.
We
want to be the place that you can afford to do every day.
The guy that turned up, that delivered the derbies, was like, "Thank you for your custom." And we were like, "Oh wow, they care about us." And it seemed like a genuine dude. It wasn't a delivery guy.
The guys in derbies are amazing.
Yeah, derbies are awesome.
Yeah, the guys are absolutely awesome.
So they're going to be like derbies, but
Well, derbies to us is that amazing casual fine dining place. Like, we couldn't aspire to do the amazing food that Derby's is doing, and we wouldn't.
they're
want to.
lacking a little bit on cocktails.
Well, yeah, the team in there is solid.
They're solid, but that's not their focus.
They're not a cocktail. Yeah, they're not a cocktail bar. They're a restaurant. And they're really good at that. And we want to be. We want to be a pub, we want to be a good bar. We want to be a place where, imagine the best pub in the world. You'd be able to get great cocktails. You'd be able to get
The
food.
Windsor in Dundalk.
Yeah. You want to get food all the time. Whatever food, there's food there for you and all your mates. It doesn't have to be I don't want Italian tonight, or I want this tonight, or I just want to,
There's
food.
something that works for everyone. Yeah.
Great cocktails and a great pint of Guinness. If we can do that, then we're laughing. So it's a big venue. We're nearly done with the build on it. We are in there next week doing the handover of everything. So we should be getting keys and all that next week. And the build's been massive. It's been a really interesting process working with 2 architects, 2 project managers, building managers, building developers, all these people, the council, all these people to get it all through, as opposed to the bar in Islington that was built by 2 dads and their lads.
Yeah.
2 lads and their dads. I mean, even and doing that, and I think we've done really well with it. We've worked really well within a budget. We've helped to maximize on what we're doing, and we came in quite late into the project, and we changed what we were doing.
I bet you've done well to turn it around in the time that you've turned it around.
Yeah, it's been a really.
When does it open?
So we're going to open on the 12th of April, the outside space with the opening.
Outside first, and then
Outside first, and then 17th of May, everything's allowed to open up inside.
So it's pretty much staggered only because of COVID.
Only because of COVID, yeah. If there was no COVID, we'd be open for Paddy's Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you've got your options are no COVID, open for Paddy's Day, COVID open for the 12th of April.
Yeah. So
So does that mean St. Patrick's Day, like you're not officially at work?
Is there an invite?
Do you want to come for a pint?
Yeah,
today?
absolutely. Can I bring Kieran?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, as long as it's all like within the rules.
Cool. Well, we'll have to.
And then anyone else might have to be virtual.
Well,
I think.
actually, the meeting we had earlier on, there's a few bits and pieces we need to follow up on. So.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay, cool.
Let's do it.
So, great. So we're working on that. The bar's going to be open.
We can have a pint together.
My first year in London, I on St. Patrick's Day,
Here's a question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Where do you go for a pint of Guinness in London before you had your own bar?
The old Shillelagh up in Stoke Newington. Everyone
Where's
says
that?
the Toucan is the best point against London. The Toucan is not a good point against. It's not a good point against.
Okay, why?
Numerous reasons. There's always bubbles in the head.
It's small
It
things.
doesn't always have legs in the point. It doesn't always keep the head on top.
Okay.
It kind of tastes a bit tinny.
Do you know what gets to me?
Yeah. I reckon they're using the wrong gas. But that's just me.
No. Do you know what it is that actually upsets me a little bit? Something's wrong with this. So basically, my favourite pint of Guinness is Kyo's Bar, just near Stephen's Green.
Yep. Off
And
Clapham Street.
the reason my favourite pint of Guinness is
The bartenders
from
give
there-
you shit. No.
The bartenders do give
They
you
give me
shit.
shit every time.
They do give you
Manager.
shit, but look, let's be fair. When you're there, you walk in and there's that little tiny space, and then where you really get a pint isn't in that tiny space. There's a corner
Yeah.
piece, but there's that divider, old school divider,
Yeah.
and you go in and you're in the middle bit where there's a divider, but like that's the best spot to get a pint of Guinness, in my understanding, right?
Yeah.
Like, because I can see everything that's going on from the guys, and I'm never there enough to build up a rapport, and it's a rapport Guinness bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need a rapport to get a pour,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, look.
So if they know you, they go, boom,
Yeah.
and they put it on,
But even
they put
seeing
it on,
that, even seeing
right?
that's magic.
And then you go in. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You go in and you watch them. They fucking know that you want a pint of Guinness before you go any. And I see the click and I go,
No. Look.
damn it! If you knew me,
The best.
If you knew me, you
I'm
would
gonna-
know I want the Guinness, and I'm gonna have another Guinness.
The best
And then-
person in Dublin for this. I know what you're getting at. I'm gonna just explain.
Right?
It.
It's the culture of
I'm gonna
Guinness.
explain it. I'm gonna explain it.
Can I
better.
pour a pint of Guinness while we
Yes,
talk about the
please.
culture of Guinness?
There's a guy called Pat Dowling, and Pat runs. Pat was the manager of the Stag's Head Briol Cove.
Oh, Stag's Head.
There's a number of bars that I hold dear in Dublin. Stag's Head, what you said,
Stag's
Kyo's,
Head.
absolutely Kyo's. The Long Hall, Grogan's, Grogan's.
The Boar's Head.
The Boar's Head at 7 in the morning.
Because you can't really be Irish if you don't know the Boar's Head.
Grogan's, if my brothers were giving me shit because I'm a Londoner now because I own a business in London, and I was saying, well, more Dublin than you, and they went, oh yeah, how? I got a free toastie in Grogan's. That qualifies me to be more Dublin. If you understand, if you get the meaning of that, then yeah. But Pat Dowling in the Stag's Head, Christmas Eve a couple of years ago, I was back in Dublin with a girl I was seeing, and a couple of seats came available at the bar, and I was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna get seats at the bar!" And we got seats. We got seats right on point at the top of the bar. Right now, Irish pubs don't call point, right? But we got seats right on point.
You don't need
I
to.
was
You
like
just
this
know
at the
you're on
bar. I
point.
was super excited. She's like, we're just sitting at the bar, like Aaron. Like you sat at a million bars, like relax.
This is the
And I was
bar.
like, you don't understand. Watch what's gonna happen. Pat, like, let's say the door was over there. Pat stood on that corner, and he welcomed everyone that came through the door. He had a word and a bit of crack and a bit of banter for everyone that came up to the bar to order, right? And he didn't have to tell anyone behind him to put on drinks that was being ordered through.
But they
The
did.
guys heard the drinks being ordered. So people would go, 2 pints of Guinness and gin and tonic. He'd go, 2 pints of Guinness gin and tonic, no problem, coming right up. And someone behind him would go, 2 pints of Guinness and gin and tonic, and they'd stick them on. And that's it. And he didn't have to turn around, he didn't have to say to anyone, it just got done, right? Brilliant. But everyone he did, he had a bit of chat, a bit of banter with, and it's magic, because Pat loves cocktail bartenders. He loves cocktail bars, he loves all this. And he said to me, the first takeover Homeboy ever did was when we went home at Christmas that first year we opened. And we did it in Stag's Head, and he said, "Man, I'm really happy you're here, but why did you want to do it here?" And I said, "Because no one else could, me and you have a bit of relationship. No one else, like if anyone
Yeah.
else asked you, tell them to fuck
To get
off."
to come here,
Yeah, and
like he might not know, and a lot of cocktail bartenders might not know.
yeah,
but you know,
Yeah, and
like that's a real bar.
it was a
That's
super
like,
super proud point for me, you know. And
Yeah.
and he was like, okay, and he'd say things. He used to say things to me like, oh, I don't know, now I wouldn't be as good as a bartender as you. I was like, I'd stop him. I'd be like, you joking me? You're amazing. I sit at your bar, I watch you host a room, you know,
Yeah.
and you don't have
Own
to
a room.
own a
Own a
room, and you
room.
don't have to actually make a drink
Yeah,
because
yeah.
your team are so good and you're so good at your job. Your
But
team
you all
makes
sync
sure-
as well.
Oh.
No one's fighting with each other. There's no
It's
bullshit
just
things.
amazing.
That's what I miss. That's what I miss. And
Yeah.
I was trying to explain it recently about like it's not about getting a pint of Guinness. It's about like when
Everything
someone
surrounds it.
has become so attuned to how fast you're drinking it
Yeah.
that when you get to the point that the next Guinness needs to be poured,
Proud of the glass now, Pat. Okay, Grant.
don't
Yeah,
start.
Grant. Now Pat wouldn't have it anyway, right? So,
But the head's not as big as it should be. I think.
look, you know, you just stuck the
I
keg
think.
on.
I think we might. I think we might need to turn
I
the
think we worry about that
cooler
too
off.
much. I think we worry about that stuff too much. But yeah. So we've got Homeboy, the second Homeboy Open, which we're obviously really excited about, really proud about.
Is that proud of enough?
That's
Of the
proud of the
glass?
glass. Look, it's so
Pretty
proud.
fucking proud.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
leave her level. But oh no, God, just put it level.
Play.
Jesus, no.
oh, all right.
Let
You
it
ready?
settle. Jesus, let it settle. You heathen.
It's fine.
You heathen. It's not fine. Put it down. You're Irish. Give it over. But don't make me
I
teach
don't
you.
want
how-
it spilled.
Don't make me teach you how to
What's
be
worse?
Irish. It's already
Oh,
spilled.
it's spilled.
So yeah, we've loads going on.
You and you're proud of the glass,
I'm proud of the glass. Have to be proud of the glass.
but there's an angle on the thing.
I know. Put it on a straight. But yeah. So the bar opening, we're super proud of because we said want to open up 5 bars in 5 years. This is bar number 2. We had a plan of how we want to do it.
But
Bar
can
num-
you not adjust that to adjust for absolute crazy?
Yeah.
Or does it actually work in your favor? Like there's a potential that lots of people that were kind of playing at open a bar, or there were places that were charging way too much rent.
There's all those things, but I think the biggest thing for us is that I suppose we're coming out swinging. You know,
Yeah,
we said we would.
yeah.
We said we were going to do this. We're sticking by our word. We're doing it. You know, we would have been if there wasn't the other COVID restrictions. We would have been open by December, and we would have been open.
Yeah.
2 bars in 2 years. You know, and we've got the plan for this bar is well in place before. So you know we're working away, and you know.
I still got your whole crew.
Yeah, and you know, it's one of the things.
Are you hiring?
Yeah, we're absolutely hiring. Yeah, by
What
the
do
way,
people have to do?
absolutely hiring. We're looking for staff.
Do you have to be able to drink a pint of Guinness or just pour one?
No, we want people who are so. If anyone comes to work with us, there's 3 documents that we make it very clear that we want people to understand when they come to work with us within the first 2 weeks. Cheers, bud. Sláinte.
Sancho.
There's 3 main documents that we want people to understand. That's our ethos documents, what modern Irish hospitality is all about, and you know, for us, it was Kieran coming from 5-star hotels. It was about changing that. You know, you see those kind of taglines in hotels and all that kind of stuff, but it's not about the line. It's about how does that work in actuality. You know, how does that work in service?
It's one thing having a statement that is made, but living the statement,
Living the
is
statement.
a
So
very different
that's
thing.
what our ethos document's all
Exactly.
about. It's how it actually works on a day-to-day basis with our staff, and that's very important.
Because
for
I
us.
worked in 5-star hotels.
Yeah, and it's very important for our staff to understand those things. So, you know, and the modern Irish hospitality. You know, do you need to be Irish to be it? No way. There's a guy who we've hired, Alessandro Barbari, used to.
So you
work,
hired or fired?
we hired
Okay.
Alessandro Barbari, who used to work in the luggage rooms, and this guy puts a smile on your face when you're serving him. You know, he's so hospitable. He's like the nicest guy in the world, and you're like, dude, like, yeah, man. And so we were told about this guy. Hey, you should hire this guy, and we were like, yeah, Grant, gotta send a CV. And he sent a CV, and then he came in to the bar, had a drink, introduced himself, and they were like, what's his what? Did he send us a CV? What's his number?
Who is this guy?
This guy's amazing. Just so you know, and it's that.
We can't teach that.
Yeah, and what we talk about, so there's the modern
that
Irish
comes from
society, that
experience.
ethos, there's a communication document, which is, we call it One Team, One Dream, like I'm sure a few other companies have, but it's that idea of
Takes
the,
teamwork to make a dream work.
yeah, the level of respect we expect our staff to have with each other and our guests. And then also we have our theories of service. And the theories of service, they go back to the early TGI Fridays days, but they've been taken on by every major bar group, Rushmore Group, the likes of Milk and Honey and all that. Satan's Whiskers. Those.
Well, expanded everywhere.
And
Pretty
we've
much.
expanded everywhere, and you take what works for you, and you discard what doesn't.
It did expand everywhere, but then it was kind of like cut short by the internet.
Yeah, and there's
some people have challenged it, but if you're able to adhere to it.
Yeah, look, I mean, there's some stuff that doesn't work for everyone, so you don't have to go all of it or nothing. Take what works for you. So for us, there's things that work like beach ball theory. If I was holding a beach ball, one side of the beach ball would be one color to me, and the other side would be a different color. So it's all about perspective. You're seeing it this color. I need to turn the beach ball and see it on the same side as you. These bits and pieces. Small worlds theory. Your customers' experience is the small world that you create for them. Do that. We've added a few to it. We've added things like so one of my favorite ones of it was corner bar theory, and that means if a customer comes to the bar, you sit them at the corner. You see another customer who's on their own the other corner. You try and strike up a conversation. You're building friends.
Yeah.
What me and Kieran realised we did in the first couple of months opening Homeboy was we did that so naturally it wasn't like a thing. But what we also did is we got our groups of customers talking with each other.
Yeah.
So then we thought well we need a new name for this, and we call it the Smooth Cooperator.
Oh.
Because it needs a shit name, right?
But isn't that this is what makes Irish hospitality?
Absolutely. But so
it's like it's a thing you do in an Irish bar. Like you're like, Siobhan.
But that's
Have you met Seamus? Like.
So but that's it. But
and at the end of the night when you're like, are you right there, folks?
But as the world moves on, this is the thing though. People talk about, are people as hospitable? As the world moves on, it's not about changing who people are. Big cities, whatever, all this kind of stuff. It's not about creating a script for anyone. It's creating bookmarks. It's creating points that people can reference back to.
Frames of reference in people's minds.
Yeah, and so like one of our things is Mrs. Doyle theory. Mrs. Doyle theory, the father said, we have a cup of tea, father. Oh, I'm grand.
Would you ever get a tea?
Go on. It's how do you show your customer you're determined to look after them.
The hell they do.
Without being overbearing, you show your customer that you're looking after them. It's not about servitude. Irish hospitality isn't about servitude. You're not a servant. You're not a butler. You're looking after them. You're in charge. And it's not you're not forcing that in charge on them dominantly. You're forcing it in charge of them by how much I care about you. I care about you so much. I'm going to look after you so well. I've got you. Don't worry about it. You're in your granny's house, whatever.
But when it's a total stranger, you're giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Everyone deserves it.
But it's like the benefit of my hospitality is being bestowed upon you as a stranger. As if you're a friend, because you have to prove me wrong first.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to be hospitable to you first, before.
Well, there's another way of looking at that as well. Absolutely, that's one way of looking at it. But looking at it in terms of, I'm going to help you create your attitude right now. I'm going to help you have the best time
it's
you can have
hard to
in
be
here.
mean to someone who's nice to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're genuinely excited to see someone, it's not that overexcitement, shouting out or whatever. It's just, welcome.
So, we're half an hour longer than we normally would be.
Sorry.
I
do have one or two things I need to say before we go off.
Go.
Right.
Go.
So we're opening the bottle cocktail
I'm
shop.
concerned because I want to put that out there.
So we're opening the bottle cocktail shop as well. We just today.
Are you allowed to do that?
In the time we
weren't we supposed to not say that?
The bottle cocktail shop.
Yeah.
I just got confirmation from Kieran.
What, 2 seconds ago?
Like about a half an hour ago, he said it's okay. So Kieran, my business partner, came up with an amazing concept during lockdown.
Amazing concept.
Well, you know what? Off licenses, there's great ones and there's shit ones, and we thought he went away.
Where are the great ones?
And he
There's a lot of shit ones. There's some medium ones.
Yeah. So, if you were open to open up an offline, this is what really impressed me when he came and presented this idea to me. What really impressed me was he looked at it like, if I was to create a business tomorrow that had never been done before, an off license that had never been done before, what would it need? needs a key point of focus, and that's the bottle cocktails. So we are going to stock a range of our own bottle cocktails. We're also gonna reach out to some of our favorite industry people, and if we haven't reached out to you already, give us a shout.
People that are fun.
Yeah, and do
Who's
and,
fun?
and stock
Who's
their
fun?
bottle
Give me an example.
Well, I love the Pocket Negroni. I
Yeah.
love the Saints Whiskers stuff. I love the stuff being created up in Edinburgh by Joe.
What about
Frazier
if you
and
go
Rob
international?
Collins.
Like, let's say
So
Barcelona.
So we
Can you get Barcelona?
So,
you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, so actually, we've got a really good relationship with well, Kieran. I love Mo.
Please say Mo.
Kieran.
It's gonna be like, Mo is the go.
Kieran.
You have to have Mo. If you don't have Mo in a new thing, who are you?
Well, I think Kieran and Mo are just on the same level. They just
Are they?
They just call people out on shit, like, you know? Like there's no fucking around. There's no grey areas with those two boys. They're awesome. So Mo has been like, yeah, cool. Sent over a recipe to Kieran.
Oh, so you have talked to Mo?
Yeah, we've talked to Mo.
Okay,
the guys at Little Red
This is
Door
so gay,
have
man.
not only sent over the
Little
recipe,
Red
but
Door.
also sent over their label. They were like, yeah, no problem. We'll be back to you tomorrow. Sent over everything straight away. So we've been all over. Like one of the
That's
guys
so cool.
you've had on here, Chris Power. He's gonna send us a recipe as well.
Nice.
And
Chris is gonna
we'd
send
love
you a
to talk to we'd love to talk to
Who
bartenders.
do you want to talk to?
You.
Look at the camera and be like, I will make all the recipes in the whole world. I'm like Recipe Master Flex.
Yeah.
People don't understand. I can make drinks actually, but not just on camera.
So the
I'm
bottle
getting
cocktail
shy
shop
now.
will not just be.
Can I do that though?
Yeah, absolutely. No, we definitely really want you to do it. The bottle cocktail shop will
man.
not just be just
Fino
bottle cocktails.
Colada, the
but
Barolo
Fino
Vardier.
Colada, that sounds great.
Barolo Vardier.
That'll definitely work. But how's not thought of that?
Thought of it.
So the bottle cocktail shop using bottle cocktails to because it's a new market for everyone, and if this lockdown showed anyone what the capabilities and where it can go, I think we're keen to put it in a brick and mortar shop where we can have educated staff talking about it.
And the guys. So for example, you're gonna make the things. You're gonna make the drinks.
So yeah, I'll expand on the whole concept. So yeah, we're gonna make the drinks. We're gonna bottle them. We're gonna label them. We are gonna make sure they're all micro tested and shelf life guaranteed.
That's a lot of work for you.
That is a lot of work for us, but we're being straight up with everyone we're working with.
And so the people that have recipes, they send them into you.
Yeah.
You make the stuff.
Yeah. And
then they get exposure.
Yeah, exposure, but also we kind of said, look, because we did a couple of these things over lockdown, and there was a couple of like bottle cocktail things we did where we sold 60 bottles, whatever, and we're like, you really want us to raise an invoice for we were going to get a pound a bottle from each one. I mean, do you really want us to raise an invoice for like £54? You know, like it's cool, guys. Just keep it.
On the bottle.
Whatever. So if we said to the guys with the bottle cocktails,
We'll figure it out.
Look, if it's over 100 bottles, then we'll pay out.
We'll start
Yeah,
making it work.
We'll start making it work after 100 bottles.
Yeah, because for me, I'll be like, cool, man, here's my recipe.
Yeah.
I get some exposure. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
But if you started making hundreds of millions of pounds,
Absolutely. Then.
it became the porn star martini. I'd be like, hey, man,
Yeah, dude, we need a little
I
thing.
kind of wish I had a contract.
Yeah. And that's all cool. Like we're all about, if we're making money, you're making money. That's all good. So that's one definitely that's the focus of the business and all that. And then we kind of thought like when you walk into some of the best places in the industry, the best bottle shops in the industry, there's either
Like Jerry's.
there's so
There's
much.
someone that knows.
There's so much, and there's someone that knows a bit about everything, but it's so much that it's daunting. And you walk into a bad bottle shop, and it's, you might as well be wasting your time. There's no one to talk to you, and you're shot in the dark. We thought to ourselves, well, how can we build trust up with our customers and do something a little bit different? And what we're going to do is do like a house pouring high end of everything. So we're going to do two of every Irish, two of every subcategory. So, for example, if we were to take French Sauvignon Blancs, we'll do a Touraine.
Okay.
And as a good example of French Sauvignon Blanc, Touraine does what it says in the tin. It's a great Sauvignon Blanc. It's it's cheap and cheerful, and definitely tastes like a Sauvignon Blanc. And then we'll also do an amazing sauce. Okay, so you're going to want more Irish whiskey. And I was like, no. The concept's solid. Let's keep the concept. There's 5 categories of Irish whiskey. You've got blended.
You can probably get away with more than
single
5.
Grain, single
You'll be
malts,
like blended,
pot
single
still,
grain, pot
peaters.
still, pure pots. But
There's 2 of each.
are there pot still
Yeah.
from regions other than this particular region?
I mean, look. But if we keep it clear and we do that
but then you
across
have
the
to find
board,
2.
we do it across the board. Do it with gin. Do it with scotch. Do it with rum.
Yeah, nice.
You know, and the rum's a funny one. You go Jamaican, you do Jamaican pot still.
Can we not talk about rum?
Yeah, let's not do that.
But
But
there's so many haters in that.
we do with beer.
And if they hate it, cool. Tell me you hate it. Tell me I'm not a hater. I just hate you. And I'll be like, cool rum people. Cool with you and your I hate plantation. Why?
All right.
Yeah, anyway, rum people.
So the bottle cocktail shop's going to be a little bit all encompassing. We've got a lot of bits and pieces going
Did
on.
you hear that?
Yeah, the little things
Come
are
on, like,
always worrying.
What did you say?
Yeah. So the bottle cocktail shop having a little bit of everything, having an online presence. We're going to do delivery nationwide, and then delivery next day and same day delivery through Stewart's. We're also going to have a bespoke element of the business as well that we're bottling for. We've got 2 hotels signed up so far. We're going to bottle cocktails for 2 hotels, and yeah, we're going to grow from there. So create something that's
So you're opening a new bar and a whole
another business.
dude.
Man,
Don't sleep, do you?
coming out fighting. We're coming out swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Notre Dame.
I mean, they don't call us the 5 Irish for nothing, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. But look, you know.
I mean, I wish you the most success possible.
Thanks, bud.
But it's been an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And, an hour and 35 minutes because we started 10 minutes late. And
supposed
if
to be home
anyone's
for dinner
watching,
in 10
we
minutes.
can't see. Apart from, Adam McDonald's watching. We should sign out.
Yeah. Well,
So, if anyone can see me,
thanks very much, guys.
thank you. It's been a pleasure. And I'm going to attempt to close out.